Hello everybody, my name is theSirhc and welcome back to another episode of WynnCraft, the Minecraft MMORPG. Today we're gonna try and discover a discovery. Actually, I know where one is. I've kind of looked it up just because I still don't entirely know how to do these things. I don't know what they're all about, so we're gonna check them out today, see what we can find. So someone did, they gave me a hint saying that there was a trail to one near, I think they said like near, what are these guys? The Avos, right? Near a suspiciously low down Avos house or something like that. Something near those lines. But I think he was talking about this one over here in this cave. If you head up here, there is this Area of the Recluse boss altar. So the boss altars are one of the discovery type things. There are other types, like there's hidden libraries and other things. I don't know much. Still don't really know much about them, but that's what we're gonna find out, I guess. We're gonna check these out. So there is a little hint here. Perhaps she'd appreciate a gift since she's so troubled. A necklace could be nice, but I'd need a lot of shells. It doesn't really tell you how many shells, which is sort of annoying. But thanks to the internet, thanks to the forums, there's some nice guides on there. And I looked it up and it needs 16 shells. So I have, at least I hope so. I have 17 here. And we'll throw those in there. And see if anything happens. Oh, there we go. I guess it was counting them. Oh, you seem to have found something interesting, but you cannot register this discovery until you're at least level 95. I didn't know there was levels for them. Aw, okay. Well, that doesn't help. We're halfway through level 92. I did a bunch of grinding earlier. Why must you humans always try to intervene in matters that aren't your own? Leave now, or we will bring your death, and we will ensure that there will be no one to bring you back either. So we have some things, Urdar egg, and a guy. Oh, there's Urdar. I didn't see what he was weak. It looked like he had earth defense. I am using the Bedruthian. Ouch. Ooh, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts a lot. I don't think we're gonna make it through this at all. He's fast. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't like the throwing us in the air. That's not very good. And use something. I'm assuming we can't just leave. We're gonna have to actually die to escape. I can't tell if I couldn't go in there or if he was doing something, pulling me out of there. So it seems like these are some sort of Avos people, and we died. Alright, well, that didn't go so well. And we didn't get any experience since we can't discover it until level 95. I should have maybe looked a little bit closer to see that. Anyways, all right. So I know of another discovery here. We got this one, the Geyser Pit, another boss altar. This one should be level 90, and you need 20 robot antennas, I believe. So let's check this out and see how this goes. And hopefully we don't die as quickly. Can we go in? There we go. Discovery found. Yes. So we got 325,000 experience points. Yeah, Corkus discovery is 1 out of 5. Discoveries found 1. Desperate for resources, the mining mechs of Corkus have begun digging to bedrock. The magma layers aren't far below. Okay. So there'll be some sort of boss in here. Right in here, I'm assuming. And I've been playing around with the Bedruthian a little bit. I had to redo my skill points a lot, because with this thing you need 50 intelligence skill points, which is kind of a lot. I mean, I don't think I had any. Actually, I think I had like 15, because I had a neon bracelet that required that. Or maybe it was only 5. I don't know, something like that. So I had to redo my skill points. This is what they're at right now. We got 50, 110, and 66. Basically, I had to put 60 skill points in order to wear something. in order to wear these boots. Also, that requires 50. So I had to do that, and then I put everything else into defense. And it seems like the Bedruthian, I think that's what it is, Bedruthin. It doesn't seem to do much more damage. The good thing about it though is, first off, you need all the intelligence skill points, which I'm fairly certain helps your mana. I don't know exactly how it helps it, if it increases like the amount of mana you have or decreases the amount of mana you use when you do a spell. I'm sure it says in the skill points. I haven't really looked at that though. But the Bedruthin, as well as, you know, having to have high intelligence skill points, it also gives you mana regen and mana stealing, a little bit more of that. So you can do spells a lot more with the Bedruthin than you can otherwise. Now this guy, we don't seem to be taking him down. We are taking some damage here, which is not good. Even with all of my uppercuts. I didn't see again what he's weak against. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like we're doing a lot of damage. What if I switch to something else? I still have my Bob Mythic Spear. We'll try this out, see if we can get a little bit more damage on him. Oh, come on. Although now I can't do the, can't do spells all the time. I gotta wait. I have decreased my strength down like quite a bit, so that I could put points into intelligence. So we were about as tanky as we were before. But we're doing less damage, which kind of sucks. So if I'm using anything other than the Bedruthin, it's almost not worth it, really. Because with the Bedruthin, it takes advantage of the intelligence, I suppose. Where'd he go? I keep losing him. Oh, he's inside of these other guys. Alright, are we doing anything to this guy? We're not really taking much damage. It hasn't gone down much at all. But I don't think he's taking any damage either. Yeah, this is not working. Okay, that's not good. At least we already got the experience. It'd be nice to get the items, though, that this guy drops. Well, we weren't doing enough damage to kill him, and so I left. Luckily, it actually lets you leave. I love when boss rooms let you leave instead of having to die in order to get out of there. So that at least we got the experience for the discovery. That's kind of good. I'm gonna look up, see what else we can go find. Well, let's go check out another discovery. This one's kind of interesting, and it's not just a boss altar. So I'm interested to see what actually comes of it. But we have to get up there to get a battery. And I already kind of scoped this out, so I know how to get up there. But this is, yeah, this is how. Yeah, let's jump right to there. Over to here. Then we'll go over to here. And up. Climb the ropes all the way to the top. And then over to here. And we have an electro magic battery. So I'm pretty sure we just need one of those. And then we have to head over to Reos. And now that we're in Reos, the little ravine town, city, steampunk city, that looks amazing. I love it. We have to find the Reos mechanic. And we've actually found this guy before. I didn't try talking to him because I thought maybe he was part of a quest that we'd have to do later on, but apparently he's part of this discovery. So he's right in here, and I'm assuming when you talk to him, he'll let's see, Hello, adventurer. Would you mind helping me out here? You see, I recently stumbled upon this old workshop, and it's in pretty bad shape. I haven't a clue who built it, nor what all these machines do. Some of these devices look like they were made before I was born. I believe this main machine in the center may give us some answers, but it seems to be drained of all its electromagical energy. If we can just find a way to restore power to this system, maybe we can learn a bit more about this place. Okay, so he didn't say anything. I think there must be an NPC somewhere. I think I saw some dialogue up on the wiki, or not the wiki, the forums page for this discovery, and someone was saying maybe I didn't quite read it all. I didn't want to like read everything and spoil everything, though I'm pretty much spoiling most of this, which I feel kind of bad about. Like I'm not actually discovering these discoveries, but if I were to actually do it, I mean, it would take forever. It amazes me that people even like find this stuff, because I don't know. I have no idea where to even start. Like where, I'm assuming that there's some sort of hints around in the world, just talking to regular NPCs and finding signs that tell you about all this stuff, but discovery found. But yeah, that it feels like there's a lot of looking to do, which, I mean, that's one thing nice about having such a large community, is that you know, with lots of people, you know, the amount of work that needs to be done, I suppose, is decreased. So anyways, we found the Reos Library, 200,000 experience points. Location Corkus. Corkus discoveries 2 out of 5. Discoveries found 2. This library tells a tale that the government of Corkus has kept secret. Rumors tell that more mysterious libraries like this are hidden across the world. The Isle of Industry, Chapter 1. No one knows exactly when the province borders formed between Fruma and Wynn. Such tales are lost to time. The Ragni Mountains that dominate the landscape have served as a natural barrier between the contrasting lands. There is only a single well-traveled passage through them to connect the two. The border has been closed for over 1,000 years, and is strictly regulated by the mysterious governing force of Fruma. Immigration has always been entirely a one-way system. People leave Fruma and enter Wynn. People who wish to attempt the opposite are more than welcome to try. However, they are met with a hail of aggression from the Kaishi, the Fruma Royal Guard. End of Chapter 1. Okay, so we're learning a bit about Fruma here. The Isle of Industry, Chapter 2. The slow release of the Fruman population into the province of Wynn began 1,000 years ago, and the start of Wynn's corruption outbreak. What is most peculiar about the situation is that none of the recruits seem to know anything about their origins. Information about Fruma is scarce to none due to this mysterious amnesia. The one-way arrangement has been in place for so long that it has become entirely normal and mostly unquestioned. 350 years ago, however, a splinter group left Fruma through the mountains on the northern coastline. This was a feat previously thought impossible due to the unnatural mountain range and another heavily guarded passage. Alright, end of Chapter 2. Chapter 3 over here. Chapter 3. These rebels were highly skilled workers who, much like the Wynn recruits, lost the memories of their origins once they passed through the mountains. Confused, scared, and vulnerable, they migrated to a large island close to the northern gate, the island of Corkus. Back then, Corkus was an entirely independent, peaceful, and self-sustaining nation. Its sole inhabitants were the Avos, a bird-like humanoid that colonized the rocky terrain and steep cliffs long ago. Avos' history is relatively unknown, but their beliefs and practices are entrenched in spiritual and natural magic. Avos are truly one with nature and respect all living things, which explain their willingness to grant asylum to any refugees who washed up on their shores, regardless of origin. And Chapter 4. Thus began the era of the Korkins on the island, but while the Avos gave an inch, the new humans took a foot. Avos granted them their own borders, and they steadily grew over the years. Today, the humans occupy the majority of the island. The new Korkians, while still reserving the legal right to occupy and govern themselves, do not own the island. Although the lands are internationally recognized solely as Avos territory, a self-sufficient neutral land, the real story is quite the opposite. Over the 350 years of dual occupation, tensions have grown between the two civilizations. Okay, so that, yeah, interesting. I'm really curious about the northern passage along the rocks. The lift has been called down. That the Corkians escaped Fruma through, or left Fruma through. So there's a nice little elevator. Ooh, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. So that just tells us of, wait. Are we? Oh, there's more. Okay. Chapter 5. The Avos, still clinging to their old spiritual beliefs, occupy the highest mountains where it is unfeasible for the humans to live. The Corkians in the lowlands have forged a truly industrial nation. They did not possess any magical knowledge when they departed Fruma. Such power was restricted only to those at the top of the Fruman hierarchy. However, left to their own devices for a few hundred years, skilled Corkian workers soon discovered they were capable of harnessing the most obscure of the arts, electromagic, the magic of machines. They utilized the plentiful natural resources of the island to develop the most advanced and magnificent creations to aid them in everyday life. Alright, currently while tensions are at their most severe, neither the Avos nor the Corkians are seen as the enemy. Both have remained allies for the most part. The Avos have enjoyed advanced medicine and aid from their industrial adept human guests, while they have maintained their traditional hunter-gatherer lifestyle. However, one major disagreement between the two groups has caused a rift between them. The Avos are fundamentally against the environmentally destructive wake left by humans, and in response, erected a wall as a symbol of their displeasure. The Corkians did not react at all, instead attempting to maintain their positive and peaceful relationship with the island owners without ceasing their industrial activities. The ocean has been considered a neutral buffer zone between three provinces for some time, leaving the occupants of most islands somewhat unrepresented, with the exception of Selchar. Corkus, however, is no exception. The Corkians seek international recognition from the other provinces as one of their own. Okay. I don't really understand this whole, like, I know people say that Corkus, like, technically isn't a province and they're trying to become a province. I don't really understand what that would mean. I mean, there's no, like, world government or anything, is there? It's not like they're gonna get a seat at the United Nations unless there is some secret world government. I don't know. While the Avos simply wished to exist in harmony with the wind and waves, this was not enough for the new occupants. The basic human need for recognition kicked in, and the Corkians were determined to get it. Their method is not through conquest or economic domination, but through the display of their technological might. The Corkians are indeed ahead of their time. The closest the villagers ever got to an independent machine was a horrific mix of flesh and steel. Yes, I remember that. That was quite horrific. Though the machines of Corkus were impressive, they paled in comparison to what they called their national monument, the factory. The factory is a massive facility from which all their machines originate. It is capable of producing an army in a matter of weeks. It would surely prove to the other provinces that Corkus is deserving of international representation, especially since it may prove to be indispensable as a tool against the corruption. Chapter 8. Teething problems have proved to hinder their plight for recognition. The electromagical force that governs the factory seems to have an agenda of its own, and some machines have rebelled against their creators. The resourceful Corkians have since shut down the factory to fix the problem. However, the land is still scattered with pockets of desperate mechanicals searching for more needed spare parts. Once they solve the problems of the factory's governing force, Corkus is likely to become an international superpower. Their ingenuity and industrial progression can no longer be ignored, regardless of the Avos' situation. Alright, now is that it, or are we going to get more? Looks like we might be leaving now. And push button. And now we're here. Okay, so interesting. Lots of information there. Learned about how learned about Fruma's borders a little bit. Learned about how Corkus came to be. The relationship with the Avos is fine. It's complicated, basically. And yeah, Avos or Corkians want to be a province, basically, get international recognition. Which again, everyone kind of seems independent, so I don't entirely know what that entails. What benefits would they get from international recognition? I don't know, maybe better trade or something. But anyways, yeah. Let's see, is there any... There's a Reos citizen. Are you gonna say anything? Looking to go into that cave? I gotta warn you, those creatures in there aren't a cakewalk. A powerful wizard once owned this house, and it's rumored that he was so obsessed with creating life he infused all kinds of animals. I guess his experiments weren't of any use because ever since, people who stay in there too long tend to go insane. This cave? Ooh, yeah, this place is weird. So I don't know if this is anything to check out, really. But I think that's going to be it for today. Maybe we'll just take a look down in here real quick, because now I'm interested. It might just be a grinding spot though. Anima essence, because I don't really see it. It looks like it kind of branches off a lot into different areas. It's not like a linear place, but who knows. I don't see any signs in there. We have confused Corkus bandits. Oh, they've gotten confused. Okay. I would open that chest, but that means I'd have to get off my horse, and I'm too lazy to do that. So yeah, okay. It looks like maybe just a little grinding spot, unless there's something in here. But that looks kind of like a weird barn thing. Not entirely sure. Anyways, yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed another episode of WynnCraft. We might continue on with some more discoveries next episode. I guess if you know of any discoveries that you like, you can leave a comment with that, and we might go check those out. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.